been through this, I guess, your third year now, and of course, it's talked about you playing Eugene. It's a big park, though, aside from the fact that you're from around there. Do you like just pitching there? Is there something to, just being there and another big game environment, of course?
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, it's, a beautiful facility. They're always a good team. My first 2 years, we've been, top of the pack battling. So, it's had a lot of implications to it. And, yeah, it's just a beautiful park. It's a great mound, so it's, a good environment. And, especially having a lot of friends and family for me personally is pretty cool. So, yeah, it's been a great place for me to pitch. And, we're all definitely excited for this weekend.
Do the fans treat you a little differently than they treat other road opponents?
I'm not sure. I can never really tell what the fans are saying. I can hear my mom's voice, and that's about all. So I have no idea what the fans are saying or anything else. So I'm not really too sure there.
What do you tell a lot of the younger guys about this rivalry that have never played in it?
Just treat it like any other weekend. There's no reason to put any more pressure or anything on it. We kind of saw that at Arizona State where that was a pretty hostile environment, and, we handled it pretty well. So I think, it's just, sticking to your work and can't let that stuff get to you. I mean, you're going to see that, your whole career here and, at the next level. So it's just, growing up and not letting those little things kind of add up and get to you.
Where you guys are in the season right now, are you surprised at least in the non-conference portion, the success you guys had with such a young team, the fact that you guys lost so many key players?
No, we've had a lot of, in the fall especially, we've seen a lot of growth. So we had a lot of confidence going into the year. And, it's taken a while for guys to kind of take form of where their positions are, but I think we've done a good job of, everyone kind of knowing their role and, trying to do that as well as they can. So obviously we have a lot more work to do, and everyone kind of knows, what they need to do. So it's just whoever can, make those adjustments and perform when it counts, because, it comes down to it. All the work you put in, it comes down to execution, when the scoreboard turns on. So, it's just competing out there and doing the little things.
You were that young guy not too long ago. Do you now relish the role of being kind of that wily vet?
Yeah, it's been a fun transformation, especially a lot of guys that I had to look up to, the Boyd, Wetzler, Fry, Schultz, those kind of guys. So now trying to, turn into what they did. It's been fun. It's a big challenge where I'm not a big vocal guy like a lot of them were. So it's not an easy task for me, but, there's a lot of work to be done, and, we need someone like that. So I think that's going to be, a key aspect to the rest of the season.
Do you have command? I think you said in the beginning of the season, was your changeup? Was that the one pitch that you were looking to perfect?
Yeah.
More, numbers-wise, it looks like everything is working for you. Is that how you feel at this point?
Yeah, changeup has been my best pitch by far this year. We've gone to it in 2-0 and 3-2. I mean, every count you can imagine, we've thrown it first pitch a lot, and that was what I was getting a lot of the pop-ups last weekend with. So it was really just changeup and fastball command last weekend that kind of got me through. Slider and curveball weren't really there. So, every start out, your stuff's going to be a little bit different. So it's just, finding the right combo and communicating that with Coach Yeski, and he's awesome at, not falling into patterns, having good sequences. So, it's just communicating with him and Logan behind the plate. Whatever's working, you got to go with it. So, but the changeup has been good so far. So that's what we've kind of rode to this point.
And Andrew, you mentioned some of the other pitchers, Wetzler, Fry, all these guys. But you pitched in the College World Series a couple times. Is it different for you being the Friday guy, or is it just pretty much the same mentality for you?
Same mentality. I've kind of stuck to the same routine, same everything else. So no reason to change if you're having success. So just keep doing what you're doing. That's kind of what I've told to Drew and Travis, where even if there's a start you don't throw the ball well, there's no reason to completely change your routine or change anything. Just stick to what you do, and just trust your work and go out there and compete.
Do you like being the Friday guy more than Saturday or Sunday in particular?
Oh, absolutely. It's a lot of fun, especially Arizona State. They had a pretty hostile crowd, and the one-run or tied ball games. I mean, it's fun. That's why we're here. That's why we're playing baseball. So everyone should kind of welcome those type of environments, and it's been a lot of fun. Obviously, we have a lot more to go. So excited for the rest of the season.
Kyle and Pat both said that you guys don't really get concerned or really worked up with the opponents you're about to face. Does that kind of change this week, going up against a big rival in the Ducks?
No, it's just whoever can play the game the best. So we have to go out there and stick to our game, and not really worried about the opponent, where you're not going to change any of your stuff, any of your routine or anything. So just work as usual for us, and then when we get across the field from, it's just competing and who plays the game best. So. We're just trying to perfect little things and then go out there and execute.
Oregon's a team that strikes out a lot. Are you aware of that going into a start, and does that change anything at all?
Not really. I mean, we did a really good job last weekend of getting 0-2 and 1-2 and just didn't make pitches where, you know, they were a team that chased a lot up and a lot down, but, you know, it just comes down to making pitches at that point where we gave up 8 0-2 or 1-2 hits, and, you know, that's unacceptable, you know, from the starters and bullpen. So, you know, you can get ahead as much as you want, but if you don't finish a batter, finish an inning, it doesn't really matter. So, I mean, it just comes down to making pitches where, you know, sometimes getting early outs is better, where that saves your pitch count, keeps the defense involved. So, you know, it doesn't really matter as long as you're getting the outs, I guess.
Could you talk a little bit about Luke Heimlich and kind of his development, you know, being such a young pitcher?
Yeah, definitely. He's been a lot of fun. Where he's a guy that came in early, and, you know, from his first bullpen, I mean, that was one of the best bullpens I've still ever seen in my life. Where he was, you know, dotting his fastball both sides and had good movement, good life, and you know, he's been, you know, a lot of fun to be around. He's a great character, and you know, his changeup is awesome, and just a really good guy. So I'm excited for, you know, the rest of his career, and you know, I think he's got big things ahead.
How's young Mr. Tweed doing?
He's doing awesome. Yeah, he's, you know, really taking that midweek role and obviously throwing well when we needed to. So, you know, he's another guy that I've really spent a lot of time with. So, he's been a lot of fun to work with.
Cool.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Andrew.
Andrew.
Thanks, Andrew.